One common issue RV owners have is keeping their RV cool in the summer months. We've especially had a hard time doing this because we've had temperatures well over 105 degrees here in South Dakota this summer. So I think we're pretty much masters at it. So in this video, we're going to give you 10 tips on keeping your RV cool. One way to keep your RV cool is to keep your air conditioner cleaned. You got to get up on the roof and you got to clean the coils. They make a special cleaner. I had a hard time finding it at Home Depot, Lowe's, any of the hardware stores. I found it at Ace Hardware, but a lot of your heating and air conditioning, plumbing places will carry it. They make several different versions of it. They have one you're not supposed to, you don't have to rinse off. They have one that you do have to rinse off. I happen to have the one you have to rinse off, which makes it a little bit more of a nuisance. But I've always seen people, even with the do not rinse ones, still rinse it off. It's probably good not to keep that on your coils. But they get really, really dirty from dust and everything else. So you keep those clean and you'll, getting the maximum efficiency out of your air conditioner. In addition to the maintenance of keeping your AC coils clean, keeping your AC filters clean is more so important. We have 2 dogs, so our filters get gross. I cleaned these probably a week ago. If possible, try to do your research and book a campsite with shade. By having sites with shade, it'll prevent it from the sun from beating down on top of your camper and keep it cool during the hottest parts of the day. Trying to minimize the amount of lights you have on in your RV will help reduce the amount of heat that's building up in your RV. Also, closing your shades will help decrease the amount of sunlight that's coming in. It's really important to do this when you're leaving the RV. Ketchup. It's the last thing you want to be playing on a hot day. We like to start our AC at a really cool temperature and early in the morning. This way your AC is not playing catch up all day and trying to cool down that really hot camper. We added Reflectix foil insulation to all of our windows. While we might look like a spaceship from the outside, it's really helped us keep the RV cool. You can get this at Camping World. We got ours at Home Depot. We bought a giant roll for like 35 bucks. And just cut it the size for all of our windows, and it's really saved us a lot. A bonus to Reflectix in the windows, we bought this Camco vent cover insulator. It's reflective on one side, insulated on the other. It just pops right up where the vent fan goes and keeps the heat from going inside. Depending on your RV layout, diverting air to different parts where you're spending the most time in can help increase the maximum airflow to that area. So in our RV, we like to close this air vent, and then we like to close this door to prevent any air from getting in. So going through and popping off any of your caps to your ductwork and using your foil tape you get at Home Depot or Lowe's, make sure there's no gaps and kind of fill them in all the way around. I went through here already once before, and there's so many gaps that were between the ductwork, and I was just leaking air. It was crazy. I was just throwing air into the ceiling. So one thing I discovered on a YouTube video is after I popped this back one off, there's just a void that sits back, and it continues. The ductwork continues all the way to the back of the RV, but there's no other return back there. So I cut a piece of foam I got at Home Depot and slide it right in there. I got my foil tape and taped it all off and stopped it from just going to the back of the RV with no purpose. One way of keeping your camper cool as well is getting those awnings out. Put those awnings out here at our campsite right now. This side gets sun all morning long. The sun sets on the other side and shines against all along the outside of our camper. Keeps those big windows shaded and lets less heat in. Fans are excellent!
Wayne's World, party time!
But seriously, we like to use fans because while it technically might not make the RV cooler, it makes us feel cooler while we're inside the RV. It's really important to minimize opening the door while you're in the RV. You're opening the door, you're letting hot air in, and you're letting your cold air out that you've been trying to work all day to try to keep it cool. In fact, during the day, on the hottest parts of the day, we try to leave and prevent us from opening the doors a lot, decreasing the body heat, and helping keep the RV cool. When we come back, it's nice and cool. That's 10 tips we have on keeping your RV cool. Hopefully we gave you a couple good ideas to make your RVing experience a lot more comfortable. If you have any other suggestions, please leave us a comment. Hit that thumbs up button. And thanks for watching. Bye.
And we're clear.
Right.
Okay, excellent show, everyone.
All right.
Excellent. All right.